This video will review the documents emailed to you. Please refer to these documents as needed, as they will answer many of the questions you may have regarding your program of study. Now on the screen, I provided you with a couple of handouts so that as you're getting ready to submit your tasks into TestStream, you can use these documents to help you um, be able to submit your work. However, as I've mentioned before, if you do have any questions, certainly feel free to call me or email me, and I'll be more than happy to walk you through these processes. I also provided you with several documents regarding APA. There was a PDF file with examples of how to cite your documents when you're writing your papers. And I provided you with a PowerPoint presentation so that you can also read through and make sure that you're citing your papers accurately in APA style. Make sure, by the way, it's in 6th edition, not 5th edition. Make sure it's a 6th edition APA, because that's the current version that's being used. Now, I also provided you with the very first task, and in Word document, you will also, let me bring up the first assignment. In the first assignment, as I've mentioned, in Word document, you have a tab that says References. If you click on References, make sure that's APA 6th edition, and here you will be able to insert your citations or bibliographical information, and it's going to give you the actual reference. So, and it'll place it for you where it needs to go in your reference list, and it will also, you can also insert the citation where it needs to go by using this tab in your Word document. Now, I also provide you with another document, another Word document that provides you with additional links. Use these links because they're going to provide you with additional APA citations, or will give you some documents showing you examples of how to reference your paper or how to even set up your paper. Purdue OWL is one of the sites, and the other site is Sono Citation Machine. They're both great resources in helping you ensure that your references are accurately formatted. As I mentioned to you during the degree plan, you will have your standard path. This is the order of the courses you will be taking, whether you're in the Masters of Educational Leadership or if you're in the endorsement program. Remember, in the endorsement program, you will not do the capstone. The capstone is the culminating project action research that you'll do during your last term. If you're in the Masters, you'll be working on both the practicum and the capstone during your last term. Both of these will take about 4 to 6 months to complete. If you're in the endorsement program, again, it could take 4 to 6 months to complete just your practicum alone. During this time, you want to make sure that you also register for your praxis and state exam. And in a few minutes, we'll go over that. Now, if you look at the right side of the screen, where I'm showing you the state exams and LRT fees document, here I provide you with a link so you can go to the resource in your student handbook to see the number of hours required for your practicum and the type of exams required in your state, whether it's a state exam or a praxis exam. And in a few minutes, I'll show you how to do that. Keep in mind that you cannot work on LRT or your capstone until you've passed LEC, which is the objective assessment. And also, as you were mentioned during the enrollment process and in your reading materials, there is an additional fee associated with the practicum. This additional fee is in addition to your tuition payment. So if you copy this link, it'll take you to the resources where you'll find the information and requirements for your state exams and practicum. However, I'm going to go ahead and go to your portal, and if you go to the portal, you'll see a tab that says Resources. You want to click on Resources, then click on Student Handbook. Once you click on Student Handbook, go to Teacher Licensure and Home page. Here, it's going to give you all of the states that you can look for. So let's say that if you're in Utah, so let's go ahead and click on Utah. If you click on Utah and you go to the last article, it's going to tell you your program requirements for WGU. And for Utah, it is required that you take the Praxis 0411. The 0411 is the paper-based exam, or you can take the 5411, which is the computer-based exam. And it also gives you the links where you can register for this particular exam. It will also give you your practicum hours. And so for Utah, it is required 450 hours. Let's go ahead and look at another state, and let's go to Virginia. Because remember, each state will be different in their requirements in state exams or hours for your practicum. So again, you click at the last article, and the requirements for Virginia is 2 exams: the SLS 6011 and the Praxis 0411. In this case, you can take a paper-based exam or a computer-based 5411. In regards to your practicum, you are required to do 320 hours. And so in order for you to graduate and complete the program, these requirements need to be met before you can apply for graduation. Every single state will also provide you the link so that you're able to register for your exams. In this case, it gives you the link to register for the SLS and also for the Praxis. I'm going to do Colorado as well. In Colorado, again, you click the state of Colorado, click the last article, and in Colorado, you are required to take the place exam and the Praxis exam. And just like before, it gives you the links to be able to register, and it gives you the number of hours for your practicum, in this case 150. And one last state, Louisiana. I'm going to go ahead and click on Louisiana, and again, you click the last article, and just like the other states, it'll give you your exam requirements. In this case, Louisiana also requires the SLS 6011 and the Praxis 0411 or the 5411, whichever one you like to do. And for Louisiana, you're required to do 150 hours. So again, to know the requirements for your particular state, all you have to do is go to Resources, click on Student Handbook, and then it's going to give you the list of all the states. Click on the state that you reside in, and then once you click on that particular state, go to the last article. It's going to give you the requirements for that particular state. Or you can use this link, and it'll take you to the teacher page licensure, where you will find the states and be able to click on your particular state. I also provided you with 2 templates of the coaching focus sheet. I use this focus sheet so that students can stay on track and write their goals for the week or for 2 weeks. However, you do it on a weekly basis, you're going to obviously accelerate through your program. But during our call, I go through this with you to make sure that you are being successful and progressing through your studies. I provide you with a blank template, so all you have to do is use this and write your goals. Obviously, you want to put your name, the date, the time, and your telephone number of when we meet. You want to send this to me the day before our call. Now, I put my picture there so you can connect the face to the voice. If you would like to put your picture there, you can certainly do the same thing. And all I'm going to use it for is so that I can connect the face to the voice. Sometimes the only time that we get to see our students is during graduation. But sometimes, if once you get your webcam, we'll be able to connect through Adobe Room, and that way we'll be able to talk face to face. But again, if you wish to put your picture there, that'll be fine. Um, as I mentioned, the only reason I'm going to use it is so that I can connect the face to the voice. So your goals, you want to make sure that they're very specific, and you want to make sure that you reward yourself every time you meet your goals, only if you meet your goals. Just like you do in the classroom with your students, you want to acknowledge, I want to make sure that I acknowledge your progress, but you also want to make sure that you reward yourself so you can stay motivated in making progress as you move through your studies. If you foresee any challenges in the upcoming week, let me know. That way, hopefully we can work around them and you still be able to meet your goals that you've written down for the week. From this point on, I would like for you to start thinking and writing like a principal. When we talk, you will, in your weekly focus sheet, you're going to jot down something that you've learned. What I'm going to do is I'm going to provide you with a little case study as to how you would do whatever the situation may be, how you would do it differently. What would you do uh, in addition to, or what would you do differently? Things like that to reinforce some of the learnings that you're doing. If there is something that you need immediate assistance, please do not hesitate to text me, call me, or email me. However, if you decide that you have a question and you can wait till we talk, then go ahead and write it down, and then I'll be more than happy to address that question during our call. Briefly speaking, there's nothing scientific about this, but it just lets me know how you're moving along and progressing through your studies. Obviously, if your motivation is quite low or your progress is quite low, then um, I will work with you to ensure that you're making progress and feeling better about the progress you're making. These two columns are just there for your review. There's nothing that needs to be done. Um, and again, you want to submit this coaching report the day before our call. I also provide two additional documents. One is the addition frequently asked questions for the educational program. I try to write as many questions that students have had throughout the years, and I try to provide you with a very clear answer to those questions. However, if you do have additional questions, or if you need additional feedback based on the answers that I've provided, please don't hesitate to let me know, and I'll provide you that information. On the new student commitment to success, again, I would like for you to read this document. I highlighted some of the important aspects of this document. However, my recommendation is to read it thoroughly, as it will give you important information so that you can be successful as you navigate through your studies. And finally, I provide you with a PowerPoint on time management. Um, Again, I'm not going to go through the entire document, but it provides some ideas on how to um, schedule your time so that you can be more successful as you navigate through your studies. If you have any questions regarding any of these documents, please, again, don't hesitate to let me know.